as if to say that somehow the person wants to travel around and meet these different areas, but they must always be related to the traditions in which she was raised. One thing that's very interesting about this town is how the castle sits right in the middle. It's surrounded by green. It's perhaps the most intense aspect of the town drawing. The smokestacks of the castle, or the flags that are flying, are very similar to the railroad tracks. So you get a sense of development, and the castle, the imagination, are very much related. This person seems to be really focused upon their imagination and to develop themselves through the imagination. Yet it leads off the town out of sight. We're not really sure how things are going to come about, how they will manifest themselves. So there's an uncertainty here. This town has a lot of definition. It's very well laid out. You get a clear sense of movement from left to right. The town hall is right in the center. It's as if this person's development is going to come through social relations. Work will be in the future glorified in some way, leading to higher level of inspirations. With the sun on top of that, it seems to emphasize then the future that holds a quality of individuation, the higher self, coming about through their development. The castle has been left behind, schooling has been left behind, and what lies in the future is some hard work, and that the development is almost certain the way it is drawn. This town is drawn very carefully, very formally. There's a very artistic presentation to the town. One of the things that you notice is how everything seems to point upward. All the trees and the buildings have an upward pointing aspect. It's as if everything is being dedicated or oriented to the superconscious mind, towards spiritual principles. Their water right in the middle seems to suggest very much of a focus upon the spirit, and yet at the same time there's no movement. The roads, perhaps that they go around to different places, but because of the way that they're arranged on the town, you feel that everything is going to ultimately move up into the sky. Everything is being given to spirit. But now what we're going to do is we're going to make a shift. We're going to take the town as itself a stage where the areas are going to be defined in two ways. There's the superconscious area, the conscious area, and the instinctive area, and then the past, present, and future. But also, according to the way each person has created their divination game, their particular energies of life are now going to become places of life. The school place of life, which for me, the school place of life happens to be located in my conscious past. The tradition place of life happens to be located in my instinctive past, and so on. All of these are places, and they're being defined in two different ways. The objects and the 3x3 division. And then we're going to introduce a whole new set of actors. I am going to pass around to all of you a set of coins. You are to take out of this bag, borrowing from me, understand, a quarter and a nickel, a dime, and a penny. And then I want you to clear your decks there, lay your town test down, and I want you to make your own determination as to how you will randomly allow the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the penny to land or be placed on your town. First, arrange your town flat on the table. And then you go around, everybody get your coins. Oh, you don't have to fold it, no, just have it on the table. And then whether you're going to flip or you're going to close your eyes and move your hands around or whatever way you want to, what I want you to do is find some way, before you do this though, wait, because I have more to say. You'll find some way for those 4 coins to, quote, randomly locate themselves on your town. Whether they're heads, whether they're tails, let that be random. And then we'll go from there. Now, before you do it, I want you to set the intention that as you're doing this divining, you're wanting to learn something about how various energies are operating in your life. So set that intention. That's important, that you want to be learning something about yourself and you are open to learning from this experiment. Okay, so go and make the toss or the movement or however you're going to get the coins on there. Okay, and I'm just showing you with something that you use to divine yourself in the drawing of the town. Now we're working at another level, and I'm making up a divination game. Okay, first of all, you have the 4 coins representing the 4 actors. These are going to represent, the 4 coins are going to represent 4 forces in life. Okay? And these 4 forces are, the quarter represents the force of relationships. Now, this is not based on any Tibetan system. This is just Henry Reed playing around. The dime is going to represent the force of love. The nickel is going to represent the force of thoughts, theories, ideas, and so on. And the penny is going to represent the force of physicality, the physical world. For example, one force of physicality is gravity. One force of physicality is you can't go through walls. Okay. Relationships. One way relationships exercise the force is commitment. Exercises a force in terms of expectations from others. Love as a force, as healing, for example. Nurturing. Thoughts, theories, thought patterns, belief systems, and so on. Okay, so those are the 4 actors. You have the relationship force, the love force, the thought force, and the physical force. Now, consider this. A coin can either be heads or it can be tails. Some of your coins are in a heads position and some are in a tails position. Now, what does that mean? When a coin is in the head position, that means that the force is manifesting in its positive, constructive, harmonious way. When the coin is in the tail position, it means that that force is operating in a negative, destructive, chaotic type of way. For example, in relationships, what would be a positive, constructive way in which the force of relationships might operate in terms of cooperation, building strength, working together in harmony? In a negative kind of way, you could have conflict, or you could have one person penning